Hello and welcome to lesson number 15 in our series of guitar techniques videos, and you'll need to download and print out exercise 28, which is labelled Funk, to go with today's lesson. Now, in the previous lesson you saw me going through a bossa nova rhythm, and to be honest there's not a great deal of difference in that rhythm to the rhythm that we're going to do today. It's just very slightly different. And what's going to make it sound like funk is the actual chord shapes I'm going to do. Now I'm going to use a very interesting chord, a ninth chord, and there's a few ways of doing this, and I'll show you some variety on that in case you can't do it the way I do it. I'm going to start off with C sharp 9. This looks like this. Now it looks pretty frightening, doesn't it? Let me just show you what I'm doing. I put my first finger behind the third fret of the D string. I flatten my little finger over 3 strings, over the G, B and the E strings behind the 4th fret, and I put my thumb over the E and the A also on the 4th fret, and in that way I can play all 6 strings. And this is a C sharp 9. If you can remember that the 4th fret of the A string is a C sharp note, so we know that's a C sharp 9. So I'll also want D9, which is obviously a fret higher. Now I'm a little bit unusual in the way I do these chords. Some people do them like this. They have their second finger flat over these 2 strings. So the problem with this chord is it's straight across the guitar apart from the D string, which is a fret down. So it'd be great if it was straight across, but it isn't. So somehow you've got to get, in the case of C sharp 9, fret 4, fret 4, fret 3, fret 4, fret 4, fret 4. So you might be able to do it by putting your second finger in a bar like that. I actually find that quite hard. Some people just put their finger on the A string. They don't play that bass E string. If you find the full ninth chord too hard, just do it like a watered down one. First finger behind the 3rd fret of the D string, and then bar across 3 strings on the 4th fret. And this will be a C sharp 9, frets 3 and 4, maybe up 2 frets, and it is D9. But I'm going to do the full chord because it does sound better. As with the bossa nova pattern, you're doing a constant down, up, 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 down, up. So it's a constant semi-quaver pattern. If you think of a drummer, the way the drummers play hi-hats, and they go there, a bit like in Shaft, that's a semi-quaver pattern. We're doing that on the guitar. You can see that on beat 1 you play the C sharp 9, and then you slur up the entire chord, slide it up to D9, and so the bulk of it is on D9. So as your first movement on that downstroke, that takes care of 1 then you have and 2 and 3 and 4 and to deal with, and you can see that there's some left hand muting in this, not as much as in the bossa nova. So if you lift your fingers where those X's are, that will give you this. So if I slow that right down, and if I speed it up, and you can see that I'm pressing and relaxing with my chord. Where it says X, I'm lifting my fingers up, not completely off, but just enough to kill the natural sustain of the notes. If you know the band, the Average White Band, brilliant funk band, soul band from the 70s and 80s, they were really good at doing this, so check out some of their early albums particularly, and you'll hear this style of playing. Obviously you don't have to do that rhythm only, you can do some variations like whatever you fancy, and you can make it as funky as you like, keep changing as much as you like, and obviously you just change where you press and where you lift, and that will change the feel and the rhythm. But it is a constant sequence of semi-quavers. Just going to slow that right down for you. Now, if that chord's too hard for you, now let's pick a different chord. Let's do something like, I don't know, like a D minor, and we can just play the top 3 strings. Obviously, the D string is ringing open there a bit, but it doesn't matter, that all works fine. But obviously with that, you should try and only play the 3 strings that you're covering, but I'm just hitting that D string every now and again. It's not really a problem. But that's a really good rhythm, really good way of getting that funky rhythm. A lot of funky guitarists just use this shape. If I bar 4 strings on the 5th fret, the note on the E string is A. If you think of that as an A minor 7th, and you can just do that rhythm on that shape, like this. You can see my finger pressing and relaxing, see my right hand strumming constantly. I could slur up to that. I'm sure you get the idea by now. Very useful technique this. I hope very much that you enjoyed today's lesson. If you did, please press the like button, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and if you hit the bell icon, you'll get a notification every time I upload one of these tutorials to YouTube. Thank you very much for watching, and you'll see me in the next video.